What is up, Lundy Show faithful over on the YouTube channel? This is like my third one of these I'm doing. And here we go. You guys aren't aware, episode number 76 of the Lundy Show is now up on iTunes and Spotify for your listening enjoyment. It is entitled The Kelly Files. Myself and Zach Kelly, the number 4 for the Yellowstone Quake. New kids sit down and talk about growing up in Florida playing hockey and traveling for hockey. Going from one team to another team, finally landing here in Yellowstone. We talked a big chunk of time about the Stanley Cup and being in Vegas and what it, how we would see winning the cup in Vegas and how crazy it would actually be. Just some other quippy stuff, man. It was a really good time. Zach's a really good kid and a very good listen, or a very good interview. I really had a blast interviewing this young man, and I hope you guys enjoy listening as much as I enjoyed interviewing and talking with this young man. He kind of flipped the script on me for a little bit, and we got a little story time with Lundy in there. It was a lot of fun. It was, I'd say, it was really upbeat and a lot of fun. The kid's been down the roads already, and he's 19 years old. So he's on his third NA3HL team this year, in probably less than a month. But he's enjoying it. So he's a good fit with these boys, and we'll see how things turn out over the next couple days, or over the next few weeks or whatever. It was that was one of my favorites. So it was, like I said, I'm trying to multitask here a little bit, guys. I'm not very good at it. But it was a lot of fun. Again, we talked about a little bit of time that he spent in Louisiana with the Drillers, a little bit of time he spent up in Great Falls, and the time so far that he spent here. And again, guys, a lot of energy in this interview, and it really brought something new out with me. That for this side of the show, it gave me a good energy level, because I was beat. I literally, I get home from work at 8:15 this morning, and had some delicious scrambled eggs made by the illustrious Cassandra. I mean, the only thing that was missing was cheese, but it was still delicious. They were still good. The right amount of salt and pepper on there. Mwah! So we did that, and then went up and recorded, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that interview. Kept the energy up. So I hope you guys, again, I really hope you guys enjoy it. It's shit. I enjoyed rolling it out for you guys. And it's up right now on iTunes and Spotify. It's just the Lundy Show. I believe on iTunes it might be the Lundy Show podcast. But just look for the logo on the logo. The infamous Lundy Show logo. Remember, if you guys watched back the first one of these I did, the behind the scenes. So here's what's going to happen with the episode that started the Not Joe Rogan campaign is I'm going to go back and I'm going to rename it because I still have the original MP3 file for it. I'm going to go back and rip it, and rename it, and put some different stuff in the show notes, leave a little note in there, and see how long it flies. So, and truth be told, I am a little irritated about that being taken down. I know that I'm not Joe Rogan, but I do have a voice, and this is the Lundy Show podcast. I've never claimed to be super clean or kid friendly all the time, but I also think I do a fairly good job of letting you guys know right in the beginning, like, hey, the show's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a little edgy, so you might want to hide the women and children for about an hour or two. But it was a lot of fun. So if you guys missed yesterday's live over here or over on the Facebook page, here pretty quick, I'm gonna have my dad and brother on to talk about life hunting and other fun things. And shortly, when we all have time, I'm gonna have the illustrious Cassandra on with our friend Liz, and we're gonna probably talk about some parenting and stuff. And if Mighty Brian ever pulls his strings, if you will, and gets back after it, he started a veteran nonprofit a couple years ago. He's one of the original guests on this show. It's called Give. I'm trying to remember what Give stands for, but it's GIVE. Check them out. I believe it is. Whoops. Give. .org. Go check it out. He's got a board and everything. He's a Navy vet. He's a very good dude. He gets a little edgy sometimes, and I'm trying to figure out how to get him on to the Patreon or something so we can really maybe get into some story time with the stuff him and I have seen together, working in the ghetto for a protective agency, and see about getting that ball rolling and really just amp it up and have a lot of fun for you guys. I wouldn't exist out here without you guys, either on YouTube or on iTunes and Spotify. I really started this to be entertaining, and I hope I'm doing a good job for you guys. It's a lot of fun for me to do this. In that interview today, like, I'm just going to go back to that and give you guys a little insight. So before I moved out here to Cody, Wyoming, my really good friend Dave Anderson was getting married and decided he wanted to do his bachelor party in Las Vegas. And this story is actually on. This will be on today's episode. We had a lot of. It was a blast. The only time I've ever been to Vegas, and I drank quite a bit, and we ended up at Toby Keith's. Some things went down. I was asked to leave. Their security stood down because I wouldn't leave, because I didn't think that I should have to leave, because their whole argument was I didn't have a shirt on. What happened was somebody came up while I was dancing and having a good time. It turned out it was actually a Minnesota band that was playing at Toby Keith's that night, came up and ripped my button-down shirt open. And it wasn't something that a button-down shirt that I normally wear with like the snaps, like a Western style button-down. It was still a Western shirt, but it had the buttons instead of the snaps. Rip it open, I'm bare-chested, shirt still on, dancing, having a good time. These guys come up and I'm like, hey, you got to go. You got to go get a shirt on. I'm like, come on, guys, really? Like, I got a shirt on, and it turned into this big thing. They didn't do anything. We end up, me and my buddy Dave's brother, Buddy, end up walking out in the hall, into the Skyway thing there, if you've ever been to Vegas and been to Toby Keith's. And he ends up giving me the undershirt off his back, and I put that on, put my shirt back on, go back in, finish out the night. And God, it was a good time. But we lighted up about that and just, talk about the Caps winning the cup and how crazy that had to have been. You're winning the cup in Vegas, and then you're winning the cup in Vegas, and Vegas being Vegas. And that's how that started, was just how crazy that town can be and how much fun you can have in that town, especially if you're celebrating something. So that's actually in the show. A lot of fun with this kid. Like I said, man, high energy. I'm assuming that's the same way he plays, but the energy was definitely up in the room during the interview. Hi, Mama. And it was a blast. So I hope you guys enjoy episode number 70. I hope you guys enjoy episode number 76. Come here, Porky. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy episode number 76 as much as I did recording it. If you guys are in the no, Pumpkin. If you guys If you guys are in the Cody area this weekend, and want to see some great hockey action, go up to the Riley Arena, 1400 Hart Mountain Drive, and pay $10 at the door. Have a seat and kick back and enjoy. Friday night we're playing the Great Falls, or not the Great Falls Americans. The Gillette Wild. That puck drops 7:30. Stop in over at the beer garden if you're of age. And grab yourself a nice local brew. Blacktooth Brewery. Check them out. They got a couple good ales there. Buy some Quake merch at the merch stand at the Q Mart, and then go over and get some nice arena food and stuff you probably wouldn't expect. Courtney and the gals and guys do a very good job game day prep for the concession stand. So, hey guys, obviously you can see I got my little mini munchkin with me. I'm gonna go have a seat in my chair. My promo work is done for the day. I'm gonna chill and be dad now and power down from the host of the Lundy Show to Daddy Dave and rock my dad bod. Remember, guys, stay classy, stay humble, love each other, make a stranger laugh. You'll feel better about yourself, even if it's just one stranger a day. That's why I do this. Thank you guys for following along. Hopefully we get more content rolling here soon. Appreciate you. Have a good day. Happy Hump Day! Adios, amigos.